Bitcoin reaches the new all-time high. We're sitting at 61,000. We're just 11% away. Everyone's speculating that we're going to hit a new all-time high here before the halving, which is 51 days away from the time of this recording. Guys, so where is it going, right? What is the price prediction for Bitcoin in 2024, 2025, right? Or where are we going to end up? That's what everyone wants to know. People were very conservative. It was 75,000 was going to be the top. 100K was going to be the top. Things are looking very different now with ETFs buying up a lot of Bitcoin. So make sure you stay to the end of this video. We're going to have the best breakdown, the best price prediction I've ever seen anyone else cover. And I'll give you my personal price prediction as well along with it. And the reason why I love this price prediction so much is because it goes against everything that I believe is going to happen, yet it still outbeats my price prediction. So let's stay here to the end, guys. Make sure you smash those likes, hit that subscribe. And if you're not following me already, hit that follow button, guys. Hit that subscribe. 84% of you guys watching these videos are not subscribed. Make sure you subscribe as well. And if you're not over here following me at BChain Crusader on Twitter, X, go ahead and do that as well. So let's dive right into it.
I analyzed what happened before the halving and what happened after the halving. Then
this is by a person called CTO Larson. Go follow them on YouTube if you're not following them already. Let's keep it going.
we will switch to this chart. The first parabola didn't have any halving, so here we don't have any data. But the second parabola did, and the gain was 6x before the halving over 376 bars, 6x over 376 bars, and after the halving it was 96x over 367 bars, 367 days. And now you already saw something interesting. The part of the parabola that was before the halving and the part that was after the halving was almost exactly the same number of days.
What a crazy bull run that was in 2011, man. Holy smokes. But let's keep it going.
The second part you see is that the pump after the halving was bigger than the pump before the halving. Now, let's see what happened with the other halvings. Let's move to the second halving, which happened in parabola number 3. Price appreciation before the halving was plus 300%, meaning 4x over 542 days, 542. Post-halving gain was 29x over 526 days, 526. Interesting! The pump before the halving and the pump after the halving was almost exactly the same length. And again, the gains after the halving was bigger than the gains before the halving. Let's move to the third halving.
Pretty standard stuff so far on how the halvings have been breaking down. But guys, stick here to the end. This price prediction is about to blast off, and you guys are about to see some very interesting information that nobody's talking about. So, definitely go check them out.
In parabola number 4, gains 2.7x before the halving over 513 days, 513. Gains after the halving until end 2021 was 700% or 8x over 548 days. Again, the number of days before.
Very interesting here, right? Even though the days are the same, that's what he's going to talk about. Look at these diminishing returns. We're still getting diminishing returns here, right? And the post-halving has always been greater than the pre-halving. And right now, where are we at? We're literally 11% away from all-time highs. So what is this post-halving going to look like for 2024, 2025, right? So we're about to find out right here, right now.
Before the halving and the number of days after the halving, where the parabola was intact, where we had an ongoing pump, was exactly the same before the halving and after the halving. And again, the gain after the halving was significantly bigger than before the halving. Okay, let's move to parabola number 5 and the fourth halving that will come soon. The estimated days vary a little bit between services, April 20, some say April 22.
At the time of recording this video, myself watching this, there's 51 days left. So it's been a few days since he made this video.
Doesn't matter exactly, but it will be somewhere around the 20th of April 2024. And that is very soon. We are in this parabola today. Of course, we don't know exactly what slope it should have, but if it is something like this. And of course, we can modify it as we get closer. From the bottom to the halving is 3.5x over 516 days. 516. And now you see something similar. The duration this time from the bottom until the halving is practically exactly the same as in the previous two parabolas. And the gain before the halving was very similar to the previous two. In fact, it's probably exactly the average of these two.
It's also interesting to note here that this is the first time we actually have a gain in the pre-halving from all the other halvings, right? We had 6 and 4 and 2.7. This time we actually have a 3.5, even though it's an average of these last two, meaning he's making a point here that this bull run is a strong combination of the last two events. Whether that's true or not, right? Just mathematically it is, but it's very interesting that we're having a gain in the pre-halving, and that has to do with TS, but let's keep listening.
Now let's add one column here, and that is gain post divided by gain pre. So how much more after the halving did price gain compared to before the halving? So the first time it was 16 times more, second time 29 divided by 4, it was 7 times more. Next time it was 8 divided by 2.7, it was 3 times more. So as you can see here, the extremeness of the difference has dropped by about a factor 2 each time. So let's assume that it drops again by a factor.
Diminishing returns, right? We still have those diminishing returns, but this is going to blow your mind. Buckle up. Here it comes.
2, that we get 1.5 times the pre-halving after the halving. So 3.5x times 1.5 times 5.25x. Days, what should the day be? This is like one of those IQ tests where you should answer what's in the box. Since these have been so similar every single time, I think we just assume that the length will be the same. So 516 days. So according to this model, after the halving, we could get a 5.25x pump over another 516 days. So where do we end up then? So what was it now? 5.25 times. That is 425%. 425% over 516 days. 425% over 516 days. That would take us to 300k September 18, 2025. $300,000 in September 2025.
How freaking crazy is that? 300k, right? So let's do a real recap here. He is still hunting for diminishing returns throughout all these these post and pre-halvings, right? Calling for a 300k price prediction. Yet I'm over here thinking about a super cycle theory possibly happening, and I was only aiming for 200k. This is blowing my mind. If we do reach a super cycle, right? If that truly does take place and it breaks all the molds from this, right? Then 300k is gonna blast past 300k if a super cycle does take over. But assuming a super cycle doesn't occur, this man right here with the math that he's just shown with everything that's happened in the history of Bitcoin, 300 freaking K Bitcoin, where are the altcoins going to be when Bitcoin is sitting at 300k? That's what I want to know. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know if you believe this, if you agree, and do you believe Bitcoin's going to hit 300k or is it going to hit lower? Drop your price prediction down below in the comments. Let me know. Until next time, see ya.